Hi everyone. So today we present you with our weekly technical insight. It is basically on SewerGEM Connect Edition. And today I am going to cover like why the engineers or consultants should adopt the SewerGEM Connect Edition for their storm and sanitary sewer network project and how it can be leveraged the network more economical to the nature. So before proceeding further, I would like to give a brief intro about our company. So Capricorn Technology is a Win Zero company which is having a legacy of over 3 decades, has now become a partner of choice for the AEC industry. Capricorn Technology is also the one of the biggest platinum partner of Bentley and Autodesk, along with the authorized training center. So today with over like 10 offices across India and 300 plus inspired team member, we are serving over 20,000 customers in the building infrastructure, manufacturing, along with a large number of other industries as well. So let me introduce myself. Hi everyone, this is Pranjal Verma, solution specialist in water and wastewater, New Delhi. Will present you with our weekly technical insight. And what will be our today agenda? So this would be our today agenda. The first thing I have already covered about us. The second is introduction to CVGM Connect Edition. What is all about it is. Then understanding the capability and workflow. Then what is the interoperability with other platform. Then the fifth point we will cover the scenario management tool. And finally we cover the automation, some of the automation tool that is present within the CVGM to actually automate your the network. So Sewage wastewater analysis and design software, which is basically known as SewerGEM Connect Edition. So SewerGEM, here the word, if I talk about the gems, it's itself showing that it's a geospatial engineering modeling system. That means if we working on any platform, being an hydraulic designer, if we working either on a CAD file platform or we can say the shape file platform or any independent platform, by all this there is a combination which give us work at a common page, which is SewerGEM. So OpenFlows SewerGEM enable you to produce optimal urban sewer planning and overflow remediation analysis design in an easy to use environment. So with the help of SewerGEM, we can actually design and operate the sanitary or combined sewer system by using the built-in hydraulic and hydrology capability with variety of wet weather calibration methods. So the software actually, provide us to the calculation on catchment and runoff. Then we can say the gutter or inlet and so on. So SewerGEM is that type of software which give us the n number of things, but according to need of the project, we design our system. So here are the some of the capability that I'm going to discuss in the SewerGEM. There are a number of capability, but what is the some of the major capability that I like? So it is already present on my window. So talking about the first assets, a single shared project data source. We can collaborate without surrendering individual skill, maintaining data set without restriction, model within window, ArcGIS, AutoCAD, OpenRoad, and etc. Secondly, understanding the result more easily, we can spot the bottleneck and potential surcharging with graphs and profile. We can use the color coding element symbology and annotation to visualize the input and result. Then thirdly, easy model management with scenario. With this, we can configure and evaluate, the visualize and compare an unlimited number of scenario within a single platform. Then how we can leverage the existing data. So we can use our CAD drawing, GIS file, swim file, SCADA data, database actually to jumpstart the model building process. Then input and save unlimited of flow pattern. So model flow changes over the course of a day. So load model with wet weather runoff flow from precipitation using built-in rainfall distribution or user defined rainfall event we can create within the C version. And we can also can create a multiple storm data for flood analysis as well. So software also have the other capabilities as I have said before. Well, like the if I talk about some of the interoperability, then sanitary load allocation and estimation and etc. So actually, what does WaterGem do? You basically what happen in the software, you give them some of the information and the software determine it to run the calculation for the flow, velocity, depth in each conduit. Like what you need to input, first of all, you have to input the map of your system, basically where everything is located. Then you have to enter the physical property like diameter, elevation, and other very important. Then loading, like how much flow you estimate to enter of your system here at each of your particular point. If you're doing a rainfall simulation, then you need to know the how much rain you want in the system. So you just give this some necessary input and software solve accordingly, the automatically solve the calculation. If I talk about the interoperability, so there is another advantage of this software. It has the interoperability with four major platform. So with the price of one, we can have the four platform to perform the analysis. The first one is the standalone editor, is the workspace that contain the various manager ribbons along with the drawing pane that make up the Bentley SewerGEM Connect interface. Then we have the MicroStation also. We can also interoperate the MicroStation files. Then if you want to integrate our ArcGIS file, which is generally the shape file, we can also integrate that file. And normally AutoCAD file, we can also generate it within this network, within this software. Okay, so these are some of the hydraulic elements that are present within the SewerGEM, which is related to wastewater network. If I talk about the link, what we have in the link, we have the pressure pipe, conduit, gutter, and channel. Similarly, in case of node, what we have the junction chamber. If we want to create a pressure junction, also we can create it. Catch basin is there, manhole and outfall. Then other hydraulic element as well are present within this software, like wet valve is there, pump is there, SCADA element, catchment, pond outlet structure, and head wall. So according to your need, whatever the element you require within your network, you can adapt it within this software. Then what we have the scenario management concept also within this software. So actually scenario management is one of many project tool available in the different OpenFlow product. So scenario actually allow the user to calculate the multiple what if situation in a single project file, and the user, or we can say the engineer or consultant, can try the several design and compare the result, or also can analyze an existing system using several different input alternative and compare the result. What a scenario is basically a set of alternative. We can see over here different alternative is present. Calculation option and alternative contain the actual model data. Calculation option, if I talk about, it allows the user to run different type of analysis. The available item and property listed of alternative and calculation option will vary from product to product. Different product have different alternative, and scenario and alternative are basically, if I talk about it, based on the parent-child relationship, where a child scenario or alternative inherit the data from the parent scenario or alternative. This can be very useful in the situation where a new scenario will use most of the model data from an existing scenario with only the minimal changes to an alternative. So this is a very powerful tool within the SewerGEM with which we can design the several network. Then if I talk about there is the automation tool, and I can say that this is what the USP of the software, by which we can actually work faster and overcome the delay challenges of project, which is model creation tool. The first one is model builder is there within the SewerGEM, which is a multi-source model creation, which means we can import the model from different sources like CSV data or GIS shape file, CAD file is there, and other. Then what we have the T-Rex tool also present in SewerGEM, which is an elevation extraction import tool. If we having the DTM file or DFX point data or DFX contour data and other, we can automatically assign the elevation. Then we have the lastly the load builder tool. It is being used to assign the load automatically, like sanitary load coming from the houses or any other industries or area. So this is what about the SewerGEM is. It is a very powerful tool for storm sanitary analysis and provides us economical result by which we can actually adopt the sustainable, cost effective and time reducing solution in one platform. Okay, so now today I just show you a short look of the software, like how it looks like and what are the some of the settings that we can do before modeling of the network. Okay, so once we have the SewerGEM Connect Edition software with us, and once we open it, the window would look like this. And this software is actually made in such a way that it is very user friendly. If we can see here, different toolbar is present, and the naming of the toolbar itself is showing. Okay, under the layout we have. We all having the hydraulic element present under the analysis. Once we reach out at a particular stage of project and we have to do the analysis, we can find it under the analysis. 2D modeling is just a new concept. It's a new concept is there in SewerGEM Connect Edition. It's just updated is there in SewerGEM. So now we can actually do the 2D modeling as well. Under the component, what we can do, we can see the storm data. We can create the storm data, or we can create the sanitary load or inflow control or dry weather load. Then under the review, if you want to review the our network, and view option is there. So view in the view option, the flex table is there if you want to see the graph or profile. And under the tool, different tool is there, which is automation tool we have just covered within the slide, model builder, T-Rex. So we can see that the different toolbar is created in such a way, in a very systematic way, so we can easily identify, okay, what toolbar is saying what. Uh, Next, what we have also the Bing map over here. Under the background layer, we have the Bing map. Next, if I talk about the starting of the project, what are the initial settings that we have to do within the SewerGEM? Basically, under the file option, when we go, we can give the information like title of your project, who is the engineer working on, and your company name. And next, under the option, once you click on the option toolbar, we can see the global editing is there. So we can change the background color or selection color. We want to change the setting of this. Then we have the hydraulic modeling is there. What your conduit shape would be. Generally, we use the circle, but if you want box, ellipse, triangular, so it's totally according to need of the project. What conduit shape is there. Under the under the drawing, you can set the scale. So schematic or scale, like you can set your own scale. Then under the unit, if under the unit, we have to set the unit. If we are working on any Indian project, generally the engineer or consultant follow the SI unit. And if we are working with any US project, we can also assign the US unit, which is inches and feet. Then labeling is there. Under the labeling, we can actually give the naming of the different hydraulic element. There is by default the name is being present within this. Like for conduit, CO is there. If we want, we can change the name of this also according to our need. So this is what about this software is about, and the initial setting that has to be done before starting of the project. Okay, so I hope you guys had an insightful session. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the update. In the next insight, we will see how we can start with the modeling the network. So we would be delighted to hear from you, and do reach out to us for any suggestion, query or topic you would want to discuss. See you next week with the next insight. Thank you.